blah, blah, blah. Ladies and gentlemen, Saunch here. Welcome back to yet another installment here on the Bodybuilding News Network, specifically another episode of Bodybuilding Today, where we talk about all things hot topic related in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. I'm just kidding, Nick. Good catchphrase, though. Anywho, I'm going to start off with John Jewett. So it's been a month and a half, so almost 2 months. So I do apologize. I never did get around to talking about this in a dedicated video, but John Jewett, top 4 212 Olympian a couple years ago, has decided, along with a slew, a handful of other competitors, that they are switching from 212 to open. From what I understand, John's had, Mr. Jewett here has had some issues with maintaining weight and then also allowing himself to grow in the off season. And also, I remember watching the actual video he did on it, and he wanted to point out that, he's only going to have maybe, I don't want to put a specific number on it, but his years of being a top Olympian are slowly dwindling away as he gets closer and closer to retirement. And John is one of those coaches and one of those pros that's very conscious, very cognizant of his health and the repercussions of being a professional bodybuilder at the top of his sport in the IFBB and things of that nature that go along with it, supplements and whatnot. So he's not sure how many more years he has. If he does, please let me know down below. But maybe 5 more years of being a super competitive bodybuilder in the now open is potentially what he's going to be aiming for. Now, my question to you is, how competitive do you think John Jewett is going to be converting from 212 to the open? This is going to give John a great opportunity to continue to grow and improve his physique without the restrictions of the 212 weight cap. So I would love to see your comments and thoughts in the comment sections down below on John Jewett moving to open. Next up on the agenda for tonight, GoodVito posting recently, just 2 days ago, a recent physique update showing a phenomenal side chest here as he's preparing for his NPC debut, going for the pro card down in Brazil, is what I understand of the last time he talked about it. Now, in my opinion, this is going to be another Crezo conversation. I don't think there's going to be anyone that's going to really push GoodVito in the possibility of him not winning his pro card. Of course, let me know your thoughts down below, but this honestly is going to be a shoe-in for him to get his pro card. But the question is he going to have enough time to compete and try to win a pro show and make it to the Olympia this year? Another conversation is he going to do open or 212? Obviously, in my opinion, I think he looks way too big to try to suck down to 212, but I'm not sure about his height. Sometimes you can get surprised with people's heights. So definitely let me know your guys' thoughts on GoodVito prepping for his NPC debut, going for his pro card in the IFBB. And if you do know some insider information, please let me know on what shows he might be doing next. Moving along into another good conversation here, Hunter Labrada has been very open and very transparent about his physique updates coming into this Olympia prepping year. Just 9 weeks out, just under 9 weeks out from this year's Olympia in December as it returns to Las Vegas. Make sure you guys get your live stream tickets once they're available and support bodybuilding. But Hunter Labrada here, he looks phenomenal. Honestly, if you saw the most recent video I did talking about his transformation, showing just how much size he's been able to put on in the last year, and also how stage ready he's already at. One of the conversations that I've been kind of pushing is, honestly, I thought it was a gift. Last year, I didn't think he really deserved that 4th place finish. And this year is going to be where Hunter can put, actually, that's kind of a kink nowadays. So I'm not gonna say put his foot in my mouth or my foot in my mouth, because who knows? Maybe he likes that. I don't know. But this is definitely where he's going to have me eat my own words if potentially Hunter Labrada is able to stay in that top 6 this year. In my opinion, last year's Olympia was not the heaviest lineup. There was a lot of competitors out of the Olympia. There's a lot of competitors that didn't show up, so might as well have been out of the Olympia. But of course, let me know your guys' thoughts on Hunter Labrada. What are your thoughts on his possibilities of staying in that top 6 this year? And also, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the Hunter versus Ian versus Nick Walker conversation of who's going to be the better bodybuilder to come out on top at this year's Olympia in Las Vegas this December. Let me know down below. Next up, I wanted to give some time for Tonio Burton, one of my favorite 212 Indie Pro champions, converted into Open, being very competitive against some of the best bodybuilders in the world at last year's Legion Sports, where he placed top 6 in his Open debut, moving into the Olympia, doing very well as well. And then coming into a very competitive lineup this year at the Orlando Pro, placing top 3, I think it was. And then now showing up at the Legion Sports Festival. He battled it out with one of the best in the game, Justin Rodriguez, although in my opinion, not one of Justin's best packages. I saw in his most recent post that Justin did think that this was one of his better packages that he's brought to the stage as of late. To each their own, I definitely think that the Arnold was by far a better package from Justin Rodriguez, but staying on the topic of Tonio Burton, just such a phenomenal gentleman, such a young, knowledgeable person, very, very humble. If you haven't seen any of the interviews I've had with him and Phil Clayhar and some other gentlemen that have joined us for those shows, please check out the channel in the podcast interview tab, and you'll find a slew of phenomenal interviews, to include a few with Tonio Burton himself. Tonio Burton winning the Legion Sports Festival just this weekend, or last weekend technically, and qualifying himself for the men's open bodybuilding division at this year's Olympia. Now, the question I'll ask you as well is, how far up do you think Tonio can place in the men's open division? When you think about all the different gentlemen, all the different pros in the men's division that have qualified for this year's Olympia, where do you think Tonio's going to land in this year's Olympia? Please let me know down below. And of course, if you want to see some fun comparisons of Tonio versus other Olympian competitors moving into the Olympia just 9 weeks out, definitely let me know down below or message me on Instagram for those inquiries and those side-by-side comparisons. And lastly but not leastly, is leastly a word? It's probably not. Last but not least, I was scrolling Instagram and just saw such a phenomenal physique, just such an impressive new pro. I wanted to share her with you guys. And also, I want to make sure that I include one female at least in these videos, just to do my part. I've noticed that other channels, other commentators in my space usually lose viewers. They lose subscribers when they talk about female athletes. And I think that that's genuinely a crime. So if this is something small that I can do for our community and for our sport, that's what I want to do. But I think that Miss Small but Mighty 20, Sara Bradley, no H, Sara, that's a cool name of spelling it. I think that, in my opinion, she is one of the rising stars in the women's physique division in the Open. This is her pro debut. She placed second at the Legion Sports Festival. And ladies and gentlemen, such a phenomenal physique. She reminds me of, there's a girl out there, Classic Queen. I don't follow her, but I know that she has a great physique as well. But Sara here, just such a beautiful physique, flowing lines, great glutes, great hamstrings. Like I said, this is her pro debut, placing top 2 at one of the bigger shows of the year. The Legion is no slouch of a show. So really, the sky's the limit for this young athlete. Only 25, if you can believe it. Still, maintaining very feminine features. Just everything about this I love. I'm really looking forward to seeing her strive and rise through the women's physique division, and hopefully we get to see her step on the Olympia stage sooner than later, but it will happen. This is a very promising athlete, and I look forward to seeing and following her journey as she makes her way into the more and more IFBB Pro shows. So best of luck to Sara, best of luck to everyone that I mentioned in this video. But ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for another episode of Bodybuilding Today here on the Bodybuilding News Network. I'm your host, Saunch. As always, thank you so much. Genuinely, thank you so much for watching these videos in their entirety. Please like the video if you enjoyed these types of Bodybuilding Today episodes. And of course, check out my long format interviews with some of the best pros in the league on this channel. Just check out the descriptions in the playlists on this channel. But ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing if you enjoy this style of content. Check out my links in the description, and I'll see you in another episode.